Hi, and welcome to the National World War II Museum. We're here in the Kushner Restoration Pavilion, STEM Innovation Gallery. My name is Melissa Tran, and I'm the Youth and Family Engagement Specialist here at the museum. Today with me is Lizzie, our Family Programs intern, and today we're going to be making homemade lightsabers in honor of May the 4th. Lizzie is going to be leading our workshop here today, and we're really excited to show you guys how to make these at home. Lizzie, take it away.
So, do you actually know what a lightsaber is? Well, lightsabers are weapons that are used by the Jedi or the Sith, and they can be found throughout the entire Star Wars franchise. Well, they're actually powered by kyber crystals, and these are crystals that are found throughout the galaxy. Lightsabers specifically are used for weapons or protection, and they're also used to cut through anything or any material that can be put in their way. So, how is this all connected to World War II? Well, it's rumored that the Nazi regime actually inspired the Galactic Empire. When George Lucas was doing his research, he looked to the Nazi regime, and he took inspiration on how Adolf Hitler rose through power in a democratic system. He used this and he showed that through Palpatine. His name is also Dark Lord Sidious. And both of these men rose through power, and they rose through the ranks of that democratic system. And he was able to show this to a new world, or a new legacy. We could also see that these weapons, so lightsabers, are similar to shingunto, and these are Japanese swords. And these swords are also used for protection in the Japanese army during World War II. So in the Japanese army, we can see the shingunto used for their own protection, and we can see it through their Japanese military. So the Star Wars Army, Star Wars Jedi Army, actually has ranks similar to our US Army today. So Grand Masters in the Jedi Army are similar to Sergeant Majors in the US Army. So both of these men or women have all of this power and knowledge. They've trained the best, they know the most, and they're using that to help guide others. We also see that Jedi Masters such as Obi-Wan Kenobi or Luke Skywalker in the later franchise and Sergeants are actually similar. So these are the people that interact with the recruits the most. They're helping guide them. They're known to the recruits. And then we have our initiates and Padawans, so our beginning of our Jedi Army, and privates in the US Army. They're similar in the fact that they're both just starting their journey, and they're using that to their advantage. They're wanting to make a difference, and they're wanting to show that they're here for a good reason, and they want to make a difference. So now that we have a little bit of background, let's actually look into the materials that we're going to need. So these are materials that can be found at your local dollar store, around your house, or any other store that's similar. So what we're going to need are some large bubble wands, battery-powered flashlights. You're going to want to make sure the batteries are actually in the flashlight and it's working properly before you actually complete this project. You're going to need super glue or epoxy. I have super glue today, but if you have epoxy, that works also. You're going to want to have some electrical tape to make sure that you're able to cover the flashlight or the hilt after, and a container to actually put your bubble wand solution in. We're going to put this off to the side after we're done because we're not going to need it for this activity, but you could use it at a later date. Also, we're going to need some paper towels to make sure that we're able to dry up that bubble wand. So we're going to pause this video for a little bit, and you're going to actually go get the materials. And once you're done, you're going to come back and we're going to actually complete this activity. So now that we have all of our materials, we're actually going to start assembling our lightsaber. At any point throughout this project, if you need an adult's help, please ask. They're here for our help always. So first, we're going to take our large bubble wand and we're going to want to empty it out. So take that container. I have a cup right now, but if you have a jar or anything else, that's also good. We're going to want to empty it out. Make sure all that bubble solution goes into the container. We're going to want to save it for later too, because it could be used at a later date. We're also going to put our bubble wand to the side, and we're not going to be really needing it for this activity, but it can be used with the bubble solution later. So I'm going to take this paper towel and I'm just going to dry that end, make sure it's completely dry so that glue will stick. So once we have our dried bubble wand, I have a little water left in it. We're gonna wanna take our flashlight. Make sure, again, it's working properly because that's what is gonna make our lightsaber glow. I'm just gonna line it up in the center to see where I wanna actually glue it down. This is just to give me an idea. Also, if a little bit of water or bubble solution comes out, that's fine. So, once it's completely dry and we have an idea of where we're gonna wanna put it, okay. I'm going to want to take our super glue or epoxy. Again, it's whatever you have around your house. And I'm going to make a small little ring around it. So where that opening to the bubble wand is, we're going to want to put a little bit of glue. Again, if you need your parents' help throughout this, please ask them because super glue is very sticky and we do not want to get it on our skin. We want to be very careful. I'm just putting this around the edges, making enough so it's going to stick to that top of the flashlight. Once I'm done, I'm just going to put it off to the side. After, I'm going to take that bubble wand in the flashlight and we're going to put that top towards that top of the flashlight. Again, we're going to put it where that center is and we're going to press it down for 30 seconds. Okay, so now it's kind of glued on, but this is where our patience have to come in. So we're gonna have to set it off to the side for another 5 minutes to let it completely dry and harden.
Lizzie, that was the longest 5 minutes of my life, but I'm so glad that these are finally dry, so you can tell us what the next step is.
So what actually we're gonna do is, first off, I'm gonna take off this little tag or this little handle from the flashlight. It's not needed, but if you wanna keep it, you're more than welcome to. This is your lightsaber, so you get to customize it however you want. But I'm gonna take it off. Next, we're gonna take our electrical tape and we're gonna actually wanna cover this space right here in between the top of our flashlight and the top of our bubble wand, or bottom of our bubble wand. And what you're gonna wanna do is make sure that it's completely dark right there because we're gonna redirect that light into the bubble wand. So I'm just gonna take it and make some little circles around it. Completely black out that area. So at this point, if you actually want to take some stickers that you have at your house and do customization that way, you're more than welcome to. Again, this is whatever you make it to be. Also, we're going to be using some scissors to cut our electrical tape. If you need to, ask a parent for their help. It is not bad to actually ask your parent for some help if you absolutely need it. So I just covered my bubble wand, my hilt and flashlight. You could take it all the way down if you want. I'll actually leave it like this.
I think I'm gonna leave mine too and leave the bottom so that you can see it, since our colors of the hilt actually match the color of the lightsaber.
Yeah.
All right, now that we've got these assembled, let's take it back to the studio in a little bit darker of an environment so we can really test these babies out.
Yep.
Have you guys had a chance to try out your lightsabers yet? Turn them on and test these babies out. Remember, these are dangerous weapons used by Jedis just for protection.
So, if you want to learn more about our connections between World War II and Star Wars, you'll join us for our program on May the 4th at 6 p.m. Central Time, both in person and online. Online, it's going to be on YouTube, Vimeo, and Facebook. So we'll see you next time, and may the 4th be with you.